Alright guys, welcome back to another movie review here. Today we're going to be reviewing Morbius, which is a Sony film. Something good always follows that. But
this movie sucks. I mean, it sucks.
Hey, you got a point there though.
It's not like horrible, but it sucks. Like, it's not anywhere close to being good.
Yeah, you look at these Spider-Man films that they got going, and like literally I was saying F in the chat for any Sony Marvel film that's not a Spider-Man one, because they just seem to not care at all about.
And I think the worst part about
the product that they're putting out.
The worst part about it was the end credit scene. That made no sense. They changed the whole movie from the trailer. There was like nothing you saw in the trailer that really happened in this movie, because they wanted to change it around to make it something happen for Spider-Man, and I think it completely tanked this movie. It was like, what, an hour 40?
Yeah, that was one of the good things, was the length of it. And then the best thing about the post-credit scenes was the fact they didn't actually have to wait till the end of all the credits. They're actually both mid-credit scenes.
Yeah, we probably were there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was the best thing about those, probably.
But they made no sense.
Yeah, they were reshoots, because this movie was supposed to come out before Spider-Man No Way Home originally, and whatnot,
and then Michael Keaton just randomly shows back up as Adrian Toomes, but shows up in a different universe where he's in a prison cell, and they're like, we don't know how you got here, so they let him go.
Yeah.
Somehow he's on the news.
We don't know where to drill, so
and they put him on the news, and then the second post-credit scene, he just shows up in his vulture suit. Like, looks just the same.
Yeah, almost exactly the same. Like, where did he get it from? I don't know. How did he make it?
They didn't explain anything. That doesn't matter.
Just all you have to do is you just have to make sure the post-credit scenes are setting up some big future, story.
Obviously, it's setting up the Sinister Six. Like, that's what they must be trying to do. That would be a Sony thing to do. They set something up just to not have it go through, like Amazing Spider-Man 3.
I was about to say, honestly, let's just get an Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew Garfield, make that movie awesome, and then forget about the Sinister Six.
Well, you remember. But that's what they set up at the end of the Amazing Spider-Man 2, so it would make sense.
All right, if they want to do the Sinister Six, do it in Amazing Spider-Man 3, and then make that film actually,
Don't just do a Sinister Six movie where they're fighting Spider-Man. Everybody wants Spider-Man to win. I mean, that's very obvious.
Yeah, just actually, put out a product that you can be somewhat proud of, and not whatever these Venom movies are and whatever.
It was better than Let There Be Carnage, because Let There Be Carnage just didn't have a good plot structure.
Yeah. That movie was too short.
Venom just tries to be too funny, and that's the problem. I thought the villain was pretty decent. I just didn't think he had like a great plot like he did.
Yeah.
He was just being evil to be evil. I'm not sure there was a plot.
I'm not sure there's much of a plot in this movie either, in Morbius either, but
the way they
or was it a confusing plot.
The way they saved the girl too, like she bit his lip.
Oh yeah.
She had his blood.
The female protagonist in the film.
She was. Yeah, she was. She's a good character. She was probably my favorite character.
They just,
I didn't really like anybody else. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. It was below average.
Yeah, there was a decent amount of action, but it might have been confusing at some points.
I just didn't think the whole thing made a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure the whole thing made a lot of sense.
Why did he experiment with bats? It was obvious why he was trying to heal, find a cure for his disease, but they introduced this little girl that we never saw.
Yeah, that Dr. Michael Morbius was trying to save, because he's a doctor and he's trying to save people's lives because they have these blood diseases or whatever, and then they just literally forget about things. They never go back to things that they talk about or that they set up in the beginning of the movie.
They talked about them a lot.
They literally just do not care.
And it's confusing because they didn't make Morbius like a villain, but yet Adrian Toomes is trying to team up with him and says, "Yeah, I'm here because it has something to do with Spider-Man." So trying to team up with him to take down Spider-Man, but Morbius hasn't even acted like a villain at all in this movie, really.
Yeah, it's true. He's really just a good guy that got caught up in some bad things, and
he's an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero because there was a clear villain who also had probably no motivations in the movie, but you know, that's a movie for you.
I think his motivation was just these people made fun of us and like bullied us all through our lives.
Now we have powers,
and now I can kill you, and I have to consume blood, so I'm gonna kill all these people, and it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Do not recommend to anybody that's not like a big fan. I mean, it's a quick watch, so you won't take that much of your time.
It's not 3 hours like the Batman, but at least wasn't as good of a film as the Batman or anything like that.
No.
But we don't think it was actually as bad as the reviews say it was, but it still wasn't.
It wasn't a 17% on Rotten Tomatoes. It probably like a 27, 30,
maybe.
30.
I would say it was at least entertaining for most of the time, even if the entertaining was stupid at some parts, maybe. But
I agree,
especially the flying part.
It was entertaining. Yeah, that flying scene, like where he flies for the first time, he's literally in slow motion for 2 minutes.
For 3 minutes, he stands there thinking about, oh, I think I can fly if I get in front of this train.
And then he does. It's like, wow,
which we already saw in the trailer.
It would have looked so much cooler if he just did it.
Yeah.
Instead of all this slow motion, like.
There's some random slow motion stuff that didn't need to be in slow motion. And some of the stuff was really cool.
And then all of a sudden he communicates with bats like he's Ant-Man, like how Ant-Man communicates with the ants. He starts.
But they attacked the other guy that could probably also communicate with bats because he has the same.
It made no sense. Yeah. It was so confusing.
Bats are picking sides, I guess. You know, the Batman plays a big part of this movie. Honestly,
it's just your classic movie where the villain you're fighting has the same powers.
The same powers as you.
That's why I think everybody loves SpiderMan, because he never fights like a.
Yeah, man. He's sometimes he's the underdog, you know, or sometimes he's just fighting, you know. Yeah, somebody with a completely different skill set, and
it's way better.
Yeah.
But that's all I have for that horrible movie. So.
Yeah, we don't necessarily recommend seeing this movie. We've seen worse movies, but we don't know what they were doing in the production rooms since the first trailer came out like 3 years ago.
Please just come out with Sinister 6 or like Amazing Spider-Man 3, whatever you want to call it.
Put Spider-Man in the name if you have to get the movie, to be an actual movie.
Don't just name it Sinister 6. Name it Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's true. Because we want to at least see something that looks like Sony actually somewhat cared about the product. Columbia Pictures, Sony Columbia Pictures. At least for Spider-Man, it's Columbia Pictures. Same difference. I should shut up about that part, but so
that's all we have to say. We're done.
Yes. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that jazz that you guys know at this point in time, and go Mariners, I guess. But the White Sox suck at defense. That has to do with the Morbius movie. Aside from that, though, we'll see you in the next one, and hopefully it's a better film. And bye.